to dry products. Like these are some of the herbs and spices that we sell at Rodi. But some of them come from the Rodi Center, others come from our farmers, where we aggregate and collect. We have a lot of herbs here. We have the stinging nettle, we have the sour soap, we have the guava leaf, we have the lemongrass, the rosemary, and others. Then we also have coffee. This is organic coffee being produced by our farmers in Nyeri, where we are working on organic fertilizer production. And we have a youth group that is producing this organic coffee that you can take and eat. And we are now trying to teach them how to ferment the coffee. You can also ferment coffee to taste like lemon, to taste like rosemary, to taste like vanilla, whatever flavor coffee you want, we are training them on how to ferment it. And it's all organic, and because of the demand of coffee in the world, it's changing. They don't want the traditional coffee alone, but they want the flavored coffees that we drink. But most of the herbs that we produce are healing and restoring to human life, because when you eat products that are safe and healthy, it becomes your food. Sour soap remove the toxic fat in your liver, in your kidney, in the intestines, and makes your body clean up. And therefore, you will eat less, and your organs are able to function better. So you don't come down. If you have diabetes and blood pressure, it's brought down and it is manageable. So I think I'll leave it at that. There's so much to say about Rodi. You're welcome to Rodi. You're on the Eastern Bypass, University Vile Estate. We train individuals on a one-day basis. We train groups. If you're able to bring yourself there, we have a conference facility. But even if you can't bring yourself there, if you get in touch with us, we'll send you the trainers to where you are. And as a result of making this biofertilizer, most of the farmers that have used, and I want to use the lady from Meru. I spoke to her about biofertilizer. I told her you can use fertilizer anymore. And she has, UOT is able to produce from, transforms the whole farm, so you're able to person. Like when I tell you I'm retiring, you cannot tell my agent. People asking me why am I going home early, but I'm not young. It's because of eating organic. Karibuni sana.
The people have great work, and you can imagine coffee is one of the high value crops we have in Kenya, but what are the farmers getting? I'm happy with what Rodi is doing, especially for the youth and for the women, and the value they're adding to the coffee. So I think the people who are here, you can imagine, if we have all this info, it's like Esther, we need that for a whole day. So I think very soon, sisi watu agroecology, we need to camp somewhere in Jamhuri Park. I don't know which show, because you have so much. And I'm so happy with what Esther has shared. And they have a number of products. Do you think we don't have in here, but you are still learning? So as we wrap up, I know I had lined up a number of people to speak, but I won't give them the opportunity. We'll see how we'll go about it, but really appreciate the work that you are doing. So you are going to wrap up with the last lady who has been recognized globally for coming up with a packaging, I don't know if it's a material or what packaging. She's going to tell us, which is safe and it's safe and it's saving. Please let us welcome Kalondu Mumo. Yes, all the way from Makueni.
Yes, Makueni is shining. Hi, everyone. Hi. Can I get connected?
Yeah, you want to project?
Yeah. Uko salama? Uko salama? It looks like we didn't eat enough, Monica.
These people, I told them, what did I tell you? You eat. We agreed to eat,
Today, this is my birthday month. Oh, we have many June babies. Monica, the cake, man. Who is it? Dida?
Oh, Amit can connect it.
I thought it was short. So I have a gift for you. shall we? I don't know whether the lights you can see. The lights, I don't know whether we can see. Can you see?
Can you see?
I've not slept. To tell you the truth, entrepreneurs don't sleep. Or is it farmers? Somebody very important is trying to call me, and I'm telling them not to. I'm going to get back to them. It's supposed to be one of my trade partners actually calling me, but that's besides the point. My name is Irene. I'm standing here because God is good, very good. And you see, I've titled my short presentation as Obedience and Resilience in Agroecology. And whatever I say here is a work of obedience. Many years of work. Agroecology, as Kenyan Agroecology, Pelham, AWOLA have gone international because of something that happened not too long ago, but it's been a work which has, I was telling Alice today, a little earlier, after this award is when I realized those little steps that you take, how are you? Not because you wanted to be, but slowly over a period of time, putting the effort, the resilience, hapo tu kila siku. I keep on telling Monica, even rolling on the floor is movement. By the way, it is. If I was supposed to roll from here to where that camera man is, I'll still make movement. I'm very emotional. All of a sudden, I become very emotional because of this. Something else has come up, and like I said, I decided to give you a gift of some. I've been running around because I don't live in Nairobi. We were laughing with Monica when I was trying to tell her about my avocados that I was coming with in the last meeting, and they got messed up. I lost 80 kilos of avocados, but that's besides the point. But I'm hoping that the gifts will be able to come here. I just want to give you something small from our production system, which I've been trying to work around. I'm standing on this platform because I know my sister, elder sister, Dr. Lembo has been there, Esther has been there, and I think we keep on flying the flag. Yeah? So how am I supposed to move this thing? Sorry. Yeah, there. Gosh, can we see? I want to talk about Deuteronomy 28, 1 to 14. In 2020, when I lost my husband, a lot of things happened because it had been a very long process. And this is the verse that carried me. It still carries me, this whole chapter. And it became live on 30th of April when I was called, or rather when I got a call at some wee hours of the morning, and I was asked, "Are you sitting down?" And I said, of course I was sitting down, and I said, "You're a winner." On a platform that I didn't have any. Deuteronomy 20. And as I stand there, I'm going to be lifting my hands because one of the ways I introduce myself, I'm a farmer by choice, first of all, I'm a child of God. Then I'm a farmer by choice. Then the rest happen. And like I said, I didn't know anything. I knew about organic farming in 2020, but I didn't know what the name was called. The online. Yes, thank you. Please.
Okay, Deuteronomy chapter 28. I'm reading the New King James Version. Now it shall come to pass, if you diligently obey the voice of the Lord your God, to observe carefully all his commandments, which I command you today, that the Lord your God will set you high above all nations of the earth. And all these blessings shall come upon you and overtake you, because you obey the voice of the Lord your God. Blessed shall you be in the city, and blessed shall you be in the country. Blessed shall be the fruit of your body, the produce of your ground, and the increase of your herds, the increase of your cattle, and the offspring of your flocks. Blessed shall be your basket and your kneading bowl. Blessed shall you be when you come in, and blessed shall you be when you go out. The Lord will cause your enemies who rise against you to be defeated. The Lord will command the blessing on you in your storehouses and in all to which you set your hand, and he will bless you in the land which the Lord your God is giving you. The Lord will establish you as a holy people to himself, just as he has shown to you, if you keep the commandments of the Lord your God and walk in his ways. Then all the peoples of the earth shall see that you are called by the name of the Lord, and they shall be afraid of you. And the Lord will grant you plenty of goods in the fruit of your body, in the increase of your livestock, and in the produce of your ground, and in the land of which the Lord swore to your fathers to give you. The Lord will open to you his good treasure, the heavens, to give the rain to your land in its season, and to bless all the work of your hand. You shall lend to many nations, but you shall not borrow. And the Lord will make you the head and not the tail. You shall be above only and not beneath. If you heed the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you today, and are careful to observe them, so you shall not turn aside from any of the words which I command you this day, to the right or to the left, to go after disobedience. But it shall come to pass, if you do not obey the voice of the Lord your God, to observe carefully all his commandments and his statutes, which I command you today, that all these curses will come upon you and overtake you. Cursed shall you also.
I'm being told by the lead camera guy. So thank you very much for that. I'm not a preacher. Okay, I did theology, but I'm not going to be preaching. But I'll talk about just Deuteronomy 28, 1 to 14, and then at the end of it all, we'll talk about Joshua 1, 9. Early this year, I'm a member of ITC, She Trades, Commonwealth. Well, there are three departments to it, but I started off with ITC Beijing. You'll be seeing it here. Then I went on to ITC Kenya, She Trades, and then I went on to ITC Commonwealth. And I had a mentor. We were having a packaging program. I think Salome, that was last year, but now this was this year. We've done a bit of branding for the Trueways products. Trueways was established in 2008. 2020, we rebranded. We went into integrated farming, beekeeping, dairy, and crop production. And and that's where my journey of understanding crop production is. And I decided to go full scale agroecology. And I've seen it bear fruits all the way from farm to market. And you'll be seeing some of the pictures around the world where right thing. In excellence, professionally. If you put those things in place, you'll be able to stand on any platform and people will listen to you. So early this year, a friend, we are in this program, the mentor, she's Zippy, because this story is going to bear the fruit of the drama right now I'm trying to I'm listening to conversations, people mentioning my name in places I never thought I would be mentioned. So we are going through the class, we've done our rebranding, and I do this thing, that's what I wanted you to see. So early this year, of course, there were a lot of mangoes and they got messed up. We had a lot of mangoes. I don't do mangoes in Boni, but I had a lot of mangoes. I had an ongoing mentorship with a number of them, and they were getting overripe in the house. This is something I'd actually started last year. And the season of mangoes, I stopped and then we started again. So in the process, I dried them. No, we pureed them. I dried them. And I decided to make a cone. I wish you could see the picture. And when I was doing that, we would eat it. We have a small dehydrator when I'm in Nairobi, and it's very gummy because it's supposed to be an energy giver when you're walking around the farm. So I did it and would eat it. Then one day I'm thinking, if I reshaped this thing and made it into an ice cream, what would it be? So I decided to shape it into a cone. I don't have a pointer, but it's there. And I just come with milk. As I said, I'm a dairy farmer. I did the yogurt in the house and put just a bit of vanilla, and I put it inside there and froze it. Very interesting snack. By the way, if you've never eaten them, they're still in Nairobi. They're still in Nairobi in the freezer because they were supposed to be eaten when it was hot, because after that the rain started. And my son really laughed at me and told me, "Mommy, these things look like long lost samosas. If you see it, you'll just laugh." And my evening, it's around 10 o'clock, I decided, I think I sent you the picture earlier. So when I sent it to Zippy, it was at 10 o'clock in the night. I told her, "Zippy, I've been trying to play around with something here. Just look at this thing." And she called me back. She asked me, "What exactly is this that you have done?" And I said, "Oh, it's a mango leather thing. I was just trying to play around with something and shaped it, and and by the way, I sent her the photos, sent her the video of me pouring the yogurt and trying to shape it. Some of it was not making shape, but if you see this picture, it's very ugly for sure. And that's what she wrote. She told me she wrote that this picture is very, very, very funny when you see it. But she told me, by the way, there's an email I received about a few weeks ago. This was, we are talking about early March, and she says, "Let me see whether the competition is out, the deadline is passed." This is midnight. I mean, it's getting to around 11 o'clock. Zippy did not sleep. She went through that thing and she wrote me a message. I was seeing the message at 4 o'clock in the morning. "Please do this competition. You're still in good time." The deadline was 31st of March. I had all the documents with me. Somebody was talking, Vector was talking, what is her name? She was talking about documentation. So I documented all these things. So I have photos, I have all these things. So I looked at it. So the next day I'm calling her and I'm telling her, "Zippy, this thing now, first of all, it looks like what." She said, "Don't worry. First of all, it is very ugly, but we are going to present it the way it is." She's the one who used those words, not me. So she said, "This thing," I said, "Okay, just tell me exactly what you did again." So I explained to her. So she went online. She tried to figure out all these things. And she told me, "Okay, read through this." I read it and I was who is Safe Food, first of all? World Packaging International Organization. I didn't know there's an organization called like that in the world, despite all my know-how. And there's one called the Institute of Packaging Professionals of Kenya. And now there's an African Professionals Packaging Association of Africa. I'm like, okay, so who are all these? Fine. Anyway, I put in the document. I was the international winner. Just like that. As in my kitchen with my son telling me this thing is very ugly. How can you be presenting something that looks like a lost samosa? Yeah? And I was like, Mungu akianza kukupeleka, it does not matter what shape it takes. You will go. And the award is in Düsseldorf, Germany. I'm in Makueni. They're telling me on 30th. And don't forget, there is a time zone between Wipo in Australia, Geneva, Germany, and Kenya. So by the time all these things are getting coordinated, it is on the 3rd of May. What time do I get my visa? And then the letter must come from where? I was getting my letter for the visa on the 10th when the international, is called Interpack. It's one of the biggest food packaging expo that happens in the world, which I did not know anything about, but here I am as a winner, and guess who picks for me my award? If I show you the picture of that, but it's a cash award, It's a check. It's a check they are giving me. Don't worry. So, we have there were 2 Africans in that room. Later on is when I'm asking, who are the people in the picture? I didn't know. So this is a very big thing that happens once a year. There is UNIDO is involved. There are so many other organizations in the world, whatever they're involved there. But there was, the guy who picked it for me was the African president for the packaging organization in Kenya. I mean, in Africa. He's the one who's holding my check. And in the same photo, we have the vice president of sustainability of WIPO, World International Packaging Organization. And then we also have the Safe Food president in the picture. And Irene is sitting where? In Makueni. Can you see how your name travels before you? And then the drama started. Chamber wanted a piece of me. Women in Space wanted a piece of me. We were trying to resolve the issue of ITC UK Commonwealth on Tuesday this week. How they also want a piece of this story. Because when good things happen, everybody now wants to be part of the packaging. But to whose glory? God's glory. But this has not been an easy journey. The reason why I put in that picture is because last year I graduated from the European Space Agency on Copernicus data. And I'm going to talk about some of these things because this is, I'm starting from the end, going backwards all the way to 2020, very shortly. And that's me holding a drone. I didn't finish my license, but I can operate a drone. Why? We need to do our agriculture, how? With technology. We need to start spraying with technology. You just don't walk in somewhere and you tell people you're still doing things without doing. Do you mind if you don't take the photos? They are IP. Let's have one, just the cameras taking this. Yeah, please. So, I went through this class, and it was the most, let me tell you, I have never sat for a 4-month class like that because I had 3 mentors, one from Spain, one from Germany, and a French. And a key, okay, those were, we had the lead mentor, and then we had country mentors, because it was an African program. I was the only Kenyan, and we were only 10 African women. I'm telling you, because of this, it took me to the next level. What did that produce for me? I have developed an app. It's called EcoTrace right now. We are using satellite technology. We can do your crop management with it on my phone. We have taken it, it's a seamless app where we are using technology, satellite technology, that's why I had to go through that training, blockchain, and e-commerce, end to end. We test your soil, train you on agroecology, use blockchain to do, provide linkages to the input suppliers, and there's also soil testing. There's a sensor that is coming in, and on top of that, now we take you through your payments. We buy your products, provided they are certified. We do value addition, and we take you to market. What will that do to the women businesses? End to end, as we talk. How many of you want to be onboarded? That's part of our line. So we are moving from dried fruits and vegetables to organic coffee now. I have a farm with coffee. We have done frozen avocados. We've done frozen passion fruit pulp. We have done frozen mango cubes. We've done frozen mango pulp. And at the end here, oh, sorry. We have mkevado that has come into the market. That is what we are waiting for. Those avocados you were playing around with, they became oil yesterday. We had this brand for a while, but now we are actually doing it sustainably. I was hoping that the video will be ready so that I don't have to do all these many pictures there. But we have something very interesting there. We also have avocado butter. When I was doing this, the machine brought a bit of a challenge, and we ended up having avocado butter that tastes like peanut. So out of the avocado oil, we were also able to get avocado butter. It has not gone rancid. That starts me. That is London, Manchester 2025. When you start doing things with God and scale, you start looking for the market where they will go. The market is open for all these things. Under the sun, people eat everything. Everything is eaten. You name it. Roots, leaves, in whatever form. Please, don't close your eyes to it. So that is Manchester 2025. That is Côte d'Ivoire 2025. We are going to class in a boat. From one island to the other one. We were 40 African women. I was the only Kenyan. Mko wapi wa mama? It was and actually, unfortunately, I got sick, but just for one day. But this, we have somebody from Morocco. This girl is from Morocco. I think she's the equivalent of the Maendeleo ya Wanawake in Morocco, if there was something like that. Eh? We have people from, the girl holding her finger like this is from DRC. There's a Cameroonian there. There's somebody from Togo. These are serious women. Please, wacheni kuachwa nyuma. Let's not talk about here, just hapa tu. Iyo maziwa yenyu, telezeni vizuri tutaitembeza. This is where my ITC journey started. These are very old pictures. On the extreme right there, that's us. That's my ITC class in Beijing in 2020. I think this was 2023. In this photo here, these are my partners in China. I was just looking for them a little earlier. This girl here, Lynn, she's the one who did for me my branding for China. If you see my packaging for the products that were going to China, she's the one who did it. But that is the team that I have in China. We have 3 IPs in China. Yeah, and we are still going on. So, tuko pole pole. I've not done much, but we are still there. Those avocados in 2023. The guy who smelled them, because they are agroecologically grown, they are organically grown. Talk about soils, carbon, you name it. I can smell food like this and I can tell you that soil has a problem. Just the way I did with the honey. The person who smelled those, who came to the kibanda, not kibanda, what is it called? The stand, told me, Irene, I want those avocados. This was in June. I told him they are going to be ready in August. On 1st of August 2023, he called me on WeChat and asked me, are your avocados ready? He told me, I'm sending you a number of somebody in Nairobi. Call them, watakuja kuchukua hizo vitu. And that's exactly what happened. Happened in 2023, happened in 2024, happened in 2025. 2026, I've decided to do my own oil. In between, I've done frozen avocados. That call which I've just received was for frozen avocados. That was an American company calling me. Is it possible? Oh, Mama, this is my girl, the biggest proponent. Oh, Sylvia is not here. My mentor. That was my AWOLA homework because I was a mentee in Cohort 1. So those are women. We formed a self-help group. We are actually moving forward to the next level. So where does it all in front of you? Kilimo High, Global Gap, KEFI's Code of Traceability. You have to have your export. You have to have your export license through AFA and HCD. Kipi, Trueways is trademarked. Mke Organics is trademarked. Be my friend stories are trademarked. Crystallite candles are trademarked. Everything when you step out of this country, you have to have your IP. Nokijituma unajituma. Usisemange ati hakuna pesa. These needs of ours bring money from heaven. Those will come, and they'll come with a briefcase of money. This week, as I was sitting there, we've been going through ISO. I'm telling you, I am sweating like a nonsense. Next week, the auditors are on the farm. For ISO 9001 is called IMS 2015, ISO 14000 environment, 2018, and ISO 45000. ISO 14000 for environmental management and ISO 45000 2018 for OSHA, organizational health and safety. You have to have your systems in place. Nobody is looking at twice. Without those, you cannot talk anywhere. Kenya is bringing in KS 1758. I did not even bring it here. Amtakuwa mnatelezea vitu zenyu vile mnataka. We have just been audited, or rather we were audited. We are getting certified for the sustainability mark for Africa Free Continental. That is called the Eco Mark. And I don't do it alone. It's are for putting the non-biodegradable materials. Everything goes through the circular economy. We have a biogas system. All these things are in. And the last one, which is the ESG, environmental social governance systems, must be in place. Please, let's not take shortcuts. If you need to step out of this country and you need to do the right thing, you have to put your systems in place. Who are my friends? Chamber, PELAM, East African Business Council, Fresh Produce Consortium, International Trade Center, I've talked about it. Women in Space, and I forgot to put WIPO now. Nimejiingiza tu, I didn't know they were there, but niko sasa. Yo mama, out there it is systems. It is men versus women. The two don't play. I mean, if you go, you are sitting, nobody's going to tell you that you are wearing skirts that you can't do. No, so you have brains, 60 million cells. We have the same amount of brains. And we are not saying that your affirmative action, one mama, step in and step in with your head held high. I have sat in meetings, I'm the only woman, and they have started telling me, they're looking at me when it is time to make tea. And I told them, I'll do it with a PhD. Did it make me any person lesser? No. But when I sit on the table and discuss things, they listen. I will end with that. This is my walk for this year. Joshua 1:9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Believe you me, I have another farm, belongs to my dad, we call him Guka. I was going to say my Guka's farm. Yeah. I have had to put dam liners in 3 very big ponds, each one of them twice, because somebody put for me snakes. You have to fight these demons. What are we having now? We have passion. Did you see the passion that we are frozen? It's from that.
Deserves a standing ovation. Please let us give her a big hand clap. Yes. Yes. And but now you are our mentee cohort. Yeah, that's another trailblazer in this sector. So thank you so much. We are really proud of you. And that's why we said we start with where we are. Her, she's scaling up, she's going international. So you're asking where women are. Mbona tumekuja? Yes. Yeah. And she's willing to mentor us, to support us. And let us not be afraid to apply for those opportunities, to go to those meetings, to go to those spaces, to brand. Like she challenged me, she told me she's even doing some things in China. You know, when I was telling her if she can come to Kenyatta Round, we do. Yes. So let us give her the final hand clap and keep up the good job. Yes. So you can see we have enough agroecological product, right? And we are doing our best. And I'm also happy because we have one of the best mentors we have from KEBS. So today, Christine, but she has really supported us, and she's really trying to make us understand what are the standards, what are we supposed to do, and how we can be friends. Yes. So as we wrap up, so we are really grateful. We have seen what women have and what we are doing, right? And we have our product. And we say this story is very symbolic. Our product won't remain in our farms. They won't remain in Kajiado. They won't remain in Siaya. Where else? They will just remain with you. Nambia watu, like there are some of us who are here and they're good thing they are mentees. So if I mention that, they would feel bad. I asked them to come with their product. Mpaka sasa wajato ananiambia tuko kwa handbag. You think Makena, you have seen we have our product, right? Owners, our partners, the government and everyone can see why AWOLA, our women in agroecology, Africa women leaders in agroecology, we need some kind of funding to boost this work, to ensure Masai fresh inatoka Kajiado be more, or how can they even go outside the country. So as we wrap up, I'm also convinced that way we need to work very hard. And I've seen Pelham team, they are here. Yeah, received greetings from our country coordinator. She could not make it today, but at least my team leader, you know her, she is here to support us. So, did you hear her story yesterday? It's also doing well, because also we are talking about cross-border trade. We don't want to be limited. So as we wrap up, just allow me to read this. Yes, so I had a presentation, but what the women are presenting is what is here. So I want to do my presentation, but I want to tell you how much money is AWOLA giving us. So how many of us are ready for the funding? Yes, and we are doing, like what Wangare Maathai said, we are the hummingbird. We might not have so much, but we believe that little, and in the afternoon you'll hear our graduates sharing how AWOLA and what they are doing, how it has impacted them and opened more doors. So I'm going to share with you the funding that we have and how many people are going to support. But this is the beginning, and that's why we have all our partners like SDC, SSNC, GIZ, and others. And we talked about movement building. So even you as a woman leader in your organization, do something for the women. You know, do something for this. Even your company, whatever you are doing. I hope and I pray and I know it's happening, especially with Nyambura here and others. These enterprises, I want them to grow so that you can have enough money for corporate social responsibility. Where are we going to get our funding? So we are really praying your businesses can really scale up. Yes, so our business incubation fund, we are going to have 2 tracks. The first track will be for startups, and the other track will be for scaling up, because you have seen you are not at the same level. Do you remember when we are learning about movement building? We said women, we have different shillings to 200 depending on your business. And number 2, we are also doing support for certification, branding, because maybe you might not need money to arm and a leg. But us as AWOLA, we want to ensure women, there's nothing limiting you. Then we have one for scaling up, it's still the same thing. So, I will share this with you, and we are starting today. We are also opening it up for women. We'll open it up for other women to be part of this. But we talked about movement building. So someone out there can partner with someone in AWOLA or within Pelham, and specifically this is for women. It's for women. So we are Pelham Kenya Network. You can also apply for this. Close with someone in AWOLA. Very grateful. The government already have our funding, so we are complementing Wezo and others. Yes. So we'll be sharing more information, and now it will be fast come. Usingoje, umesikia mumo wa kungoja until December the next graduation and use Monica ile pesa yenu iko wapi? Imagine hiyo pesa sio yangu. Sawa, you'll see. It will be very competitive. Yes, so with that I will appreciate Mane to say something, and also Grace comes so that you can be able to launch this officially. Yes, I'm also very proud. I think this is the 3rd fund in agroecology. And I think it's the first one for the women. We have other funding money, but this one is specifically for women in agroecology.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Ninja ama? Japea watu chai. Good afternoon once again. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to see you, Cohort 4. I know we just did online, but I'm happy I can be able to see some faces, though I may not relate with the name. I hope I can be able to know some of you during lunchtime. Sorry I was a bit late. I had gone to another engagement, but I'm happy to be here. I really wanted to be part of this. I'm always excited to be part of AWOLA. The energy, the achievements that are in AWOLA are really, really tangible, which motivate us to work every day. Unaona sasa we have a fund. I know it's not a lot, but it's something that can support women in scaling up or starting some businesses. We hope that all of you can take this opportunity and apply for this grant. Please note that there will be guidelines for the grant in terms of accountability. Asio ya kwenda salon ama kununua kitenge ya Monica, no. Okay? So we'll ensure there will be guidelines to support it so that we ensure it's something that we can also be accountable and be able to track, especially with our funding partners. We pray that we're going to get more donors who can be able also to support the growth of AWOLA in other African countries as well as scale up in these countries that we are already working with. Thank you so much and God bless you.
Thank you, Mane. I will request you, please don't leave. Yeah, I think we need to work extra hard now. Yes. Have you seen our products? And these are just handful. So I will invite our entrepreneurs, Muhuri Showground. Yes, so Terry come, and also Esther come. Yeah, we want to launch this officially. And Grace, please come with that thing. I think maybe we can pick one product here. Yeah, please come. Yeah, also Elizabeth and Christine from Kebs. Yes? Oh, yeah. This is your year. Please come. Yeah, what wa yogurt kujedi. Yeah, everyone to pick a product and yeah, pia tuko na sabuni. We have everything, Yes? Oh, please. Also our sisters from Malawi and Uganda, please join us. So that when you go home, you'll say what you have seen in Kenya and also help us expand our markets. Yes, where's this? Yes, so, and I want you guys to join us and celebrate our, yeah, so, in count of 1, 2, 3, I present to you AWOLA Incubation Fund and our agroecological product. Yes, so thank you very much, everyone. Now, you can ask me how you apply for the money. Sawa? Okay, thank you, everyone. Yes, and please let us support these women who came with products. Yeah, please, wasiende nyumbani na de. Okay, thank you. So, we are going. Yeah, please, wasiende nyumbani na de. No. Okay, thank you. So, we are going. Yeah, please, wasiende nyumbani na de. And I want to report you to my supervisor, Mane. Mane, listen to this one. These women are good, but they are not keeping time. Yes, I think they are really networking. Yeah, so I request we break for lunch for 45 minutes. Then we come back so that we can finalize with our graduation. We have now to hear the...
Come together. It's up to you. Pleasure. Everyone around the world, come on! It's a celebration. It's a celebration. Let's celebrate.
Yeah. Yes, so do you remember Kalodu said she has a gift for us? So the gifts are here. But as we take gifts, let us go for lunch.
Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Yeah, yeah. Celebration. We gonna celebrate and have a It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate. Come on now. Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's all right, baby. We're gonna have a good time tonight.
Yeah.
We are honoring our law women.
Yeah.
These 2 days we'll be honoring our rural women, right? Sasa tumetoka Nyamira. Wamama wa Nyamira wako wapi? You come from Nyamira, Kisii County. Yes, so now please let us have our seat as we hear stories of change from AWOLA Cohort 3. Let us celebrate them. AWOLA why are you left in the stage?
You want to get out of stage? With which one? Ganio? DJ, any song to leave the stage for a woman. Wake up, sweet mother. Wake up, sweet mother. Kindly, can you just stand there, DJ, to work on it? Just stand there. They want a Luo one. Now, ukiwekewa Luo, do the Luo dance. The document, supporting document. Thank you so much, DJ. Thank you.
Yes. So, I said we are the humming that they have walked, eh? So, AWOLA Cohort 3 mentors, where are you? The mentors, yeah. Yes, and one of the things I'll say about this cohort, yeah, I've really seen them grow, really scale up, do so many things. And also for this cohort, one of the most unique things, it was really a blessing, We had so many baby AWOLAs coming, That's why some of them, they are not here, like Barbara. Yes, but all in all, they have conquered, and we feel they are now ready to step out as new mentors, to do more and to achieve their dreams. So this is how we are going to do it. We are going to invite the mentee and the mentor to come and tell us how the journey has been. We'll give each team like 10 minutes, and I'm seeing they are so ready, Yes, so we are going to start with Regina, and Regina we are going to know who is the mentor, So please help me invite Regina Mugi and Christine Kalui. Let us celebrate them as they come. Is this how you are celebrating graduates, Yes, so, and something interesting about these, I'm not supposed to call them, I was about to call you a couple. No, you are not a couple. So They kept on, the mentor kept becoming the mentee, and the mentee kept becoming the mentor. And this one is enrolling back, this one is enrolling back in AWOLA as a mentee. So you're most welcome. Please share with us how the journey has been.
Good afternoon, sisters. Good afternoon once again. Hey, the people from that corner have not said a word to me. Karen has not said anything since I came here. So who is starting, Monica? Is it the mentee or the mentor? Okay. So I don't know where to start, but if transformation was a person, you must be looking at transformation. If transformation was a person, you must be looking at transformation right now. So the journey has been amazing. The journey has been transformative. It has transformed me in ways I never imagined. It was a 1-year program, but if you ask me, it was less than a year, because I wished it would be even more longer. But I thank God for the period that it was, and I thank God for the achievements. So a little bit of me before the program. I was those people who will never occupy the front spaces. I was those people who would enter in such a room and just locate the last corner of that room and sit there. I would not sit in front and not in that room, because I don't think I had that courage at that time. So fast forward to AWOLA. And for me, when I did the skills analysis, no, even before the skills analysis, when I first saw the advert, I had tried to work on myself, but somehow things were not really working. I was pushing myself, yes. Somehow things were working, but they were not working to the level I wanted them to work. At my workplace, I held the title Gender Lead. I work with an organization called the Association of Women in Agriculture, Kenya, as the Gender Lead. But for a very long time, I didn't own that title. My colleagues would tell me I'm confident, I have everything figured out, but deep within, I didn't own that title, because anytime I sat down alone, I always questioned everything I did should be. So I started looking for where I wanted to be. So when I saw the AWOLA application call, the picture of the AWOLA logo just got my attention. If you have looked at it, it has very beautiful African ladies. I think it's an AI image, but they're very beautiful. And somehow I saw myself in that image. And I was like, okay, this is a mentorship program. And I never imagined what mentorship looked like. I would think it's just being connected to a person who is more experienced than you, and you're there seeking advice, asking them how they do things. But I never knew there was something structured. So I was interested to read about the program, and what got my attention was it is connecting, emerging, connected to a seasoned woman leader. And that is what exactly happened. So I applied, I was accepted, and the journey started. That was last year. So when I was doing the application, I was very, very intentional about getting into the program. I called myself for a meeting. I got to that meeting very early, and I started writing things I want to achieve from the program. Even before the skills gap, I already had my objectives set. So when I got the form to fill in our first mentorship, my mentor, why are you sitting? Please come. Please come. So when we were starting, my mentor already knew what I wanted to work on. I wanted to really work on the self-confidence. You see, that aspect of sitting at the back, it had eaten me for a very long time. I wanted to change that. I wanted to be speaking up in... I see your first goal is to enhance your self-confidence. But you look confident. And I told her, no, I am not. I am not confident. And I asked her, Christine, how have you done it? How have you found yourself in these high spaces? She does a lot of work. She will tell you about herself. She occupies spaces that I dream about. So what she told me was, my dear, it is not easy. It is hard, but we always do it the hard way. And I was like, the hard way? Okay. Maybe it is what I was doing, but I didn't know I was doing the hard way. And from that, I discovered that sometimes change and growth comes through very uncomfortable situations, through just pushing yourself to stand in front of people, even if you know it is very difficult. So she gave me an assignment. The first action point as a mentee I was given, she told me to go sit down and analyze myself and ask myself, what is this one thing that makes me feel less confident? Is it that I'm afraid of people? Is it that I'm not beautiful? What is that one thing? And I went back to do the assignment. What I discovered was that I never prepared myself enough. I always operated on the bare minimum. As the gender lead in my organization, I operated on the bare minimum. You see the knowledge I got from the undergraduate. Just fill myself in with extra knowledge. So I was afraid to speak up in front of people because I would be afraid that what I say may not make sense, or I'm in a room with people who are very knowledgeable and what I'm saying may not make sense. So I started working on myself. I started reading extra. You see, when you're in school and you're told to read ahead of the teacher. So anytime I was told there is a conference that you need to attend, I would really sit down and look at what that conference is about. So that in case I'm asked a question, in case I'm told to stand up, I know what to say. So that really worked a lot for me. And after consultants have moved from physical consultancies, they're occupying the digital media. So she told me to really take advantage. I unfollowed the Jesus family. I unfollowed the the Bahatis. I stopped watching those things, giving free advice on the internet. I didn't know public speaking is as simple as just speaking slowly, calm. I thought public speaking prowess is about speaking, rapping. So I would try to do that before that time. And when I sat down to reflect on what I said, I had said a lot of nonsense. But when I learned about speaking calmly, slowly, everything started flowing. And then somehow, me being in AWOLA came at a time when the universe was just preparing me for something big. Because the next assignments I was doing at my organization, like the next exercise that I was supposed to do, I was supposed to lead an advocacy workshop with Kitui County Executive Committee members, CCMs, those senior guys in those counties. So that activity was giving me a headache for like a whole 6 months. But when I met Christine and she told me to think about it, I didn't go with the bare minimum. I really prepared for that activity. I had everything at my fingertips. We were doing a review of some commitments on unpaid care and domestic work. And when I went to that presentation, I did not even need to look at the PowerPoint. Everything was here. The CECs came and said, we only have 2 hours, so please hurry up. But the discussion, we started at 10, so they had given us up to 12, that they are going back to other meetings, but we left there at 2 p.m. We talked with those men and women. We made commitments that we are still following up to date. And the confidence I had that time, I think that was the best activity I've done in my entire life as the gender lead in that organization, with the confidence I had. The next month, I had a similar advocacy. I was speaking like a person who had, I was speaking to them like somebody who had known them forever, but I was meeting them for the first time. And we really made commitments. And as we speak, we are working on establishing a state-of-the-art childcare facility in Kongoya Market. See, we are women in agroecology. We want to be in markets with our babies. So we need to have some of those childcare facilities so that we can do our work comfortably. So that was it about me trying to. So the 2 activities really motivated me. And whenever I would come back to Christine and just share, I thought it was a simple thing for her, but the way she would cheer me on, she would scream in the virtual calls, clapping for me, and I was like, is it really serious? So it really motivated me to even do more. Then I also had a bit of struggling with networking. Every time I was in rooms and I wanted to talk to somebody, learn more about them, I was really afraid of going to those people. I always felt like they will reject me because I don't know what I'm saying, or they will just look down upon me. Until I asked Christine, how do you network? Because you being where you are, you must have made some very great networks. And she also told me again, you have to prepare to make those networks. You don't just see people in rooms and you run to them, and you don't have your ABCD of why you want to go to them. So I started structuring my networks. And from that, I have created very strategic networks that have placed me in some global forums that I never foresaw. Last month, I happened to visit Lusaka. I'll tell you about it. And I made very strong networks. As we speak, I was enjoined to a global resource exchange program where professionals from all over the world just meet, they network, they learn from each other, and they also implement food systems programs and natural resources management programs in the different countries. That was an opportunity I got from making intentional networks, something I was not doing before. Okay, so AWOLA has been so much, but the foundation of how much I've achieved through AWOLA was through self-discovery, the self-confidence I was gaining slowly, and the belief that I can do it. I can do it. It is hard, but I do it the hard way. Okay? So the other thing that came through this program, I was trying to, I have worked with women farmers across the country for such a long time, and I had really seen the issue of declining soil health. And my mom was also a victim. I think there was a time she just gave up on farming because her farm soil health was like zero. So she complained she was wasting a lot of money and she was making very little from the farm. So she gave it out to a caretaker in the village. So the issue of soil health started coming up in my heart, and I knew like there's something I can do about soil health. So I had this idea. I had started a little bit about converting the organic waste. I was very passionate about it, but anytime I would think of starting it, going to start thinking about the waste, I was feeling, no, I think I have not put things together. But through now the self-discovery I was coming up with, the self-confidence, I started viewing the business idea with more clarity and purpose. And I revived the business idea. I started owning it, and I started seeing myself as the leader of that business. So from a dying idea, I was able to revive it. Slowly by slowly, I started laying the foundations. I started producing prototypes. I started testing them in my kitchen garden, and somehow something was working, and I was so motivated. So I decided I'm really going to run with this idea. So I started now expanding. I need to produce more. So I got to a point where I was producing like a bag of that organic fertilizer at first. And I tested it in my farm, in my kitchen garden, and it was working. So I knew it is time to be serious about this business. So along that time, I networked again, and I met people who are in the ecosystem, and they told me about fermentation of this organic waste into other organic inputs, the organic boosters, the foliars, and biopesticides. I also ventured into that. I did the lab analysis. First of all, when I got the product, I was very proud of having a product of my own. And having it tested and getting the results, I was not so excited about the results. I was excited that there was some numbers that were making sense in the results. The results were not 100%. It was my first prototype, but something was making sense. There was some NPK, some magnesium, calcium, only that I needed to improve the product more. But just looking at NPKs, I'm like, so this is real. I was not just collecting waste for no reason. So that again motivated me now to grow the business. So I did that. We tested the products again in the demonstration farm. It showed good results. And I said, I'm going to run with it. And then, okay, I'm finishing. So Monica along the way told me, how are you doing with your business? And I told Monica, I'm really trying. And I started sending her some pictures. And she told me, we have this incubation grant. And your business looks like it's one of those that we can select. Do you know AWOLA gave me my first ever grant to boost this business? And today the business for me is not just an idea now, it's a very impactful business, a business that I'm still trying to do the product development passionately with a lot of purpose and intentionality. And I know by the end of this year, we will be going to the market with very verified products, okay? Besides the business support, AWOLA took me to Lusaka, Zambia for a women's leadership course. There's an organization called the Cohort Institute that trains women in leadership, a very prestigious course. And I applied for this course, and AWOLA was so gracious to support my travel to Lusaka. I did the course. I am a woman leader designing programs and implementing programs in the food systems every day. And that program just helped me reimagine leadership, the systems change, power dynamics. And now I think I'm designing and implementing programs from a different perspective, all through the support of AWOLA. Then, out of what Christine told me, that I need to really keep reading and equipping myself, I had for a very long time said I'm going to enroll for a master's degree. But I was not doing that. I was procrastinating. But the program pushed me to enroll for a master's degree. I haven't started my classes yet, but I should start in August. And this is because I want to move the statistics of women being like low in every aspect. But data is not there. We don't have clear data. We are still talking about we need more data to be able to drive these transformative programs. And through AWOLA, the agency I've gotten through this program is so much that I believe I see myself right now in CSWs, I see myself in COPs, I see myself in UNGAs, those big places. And I will not be sitting at the back when I'm in those programs. I'll be sitting at the front because of this program. Yeah. The other thing, the last one, AWOLA has made me believe that I can do anything. I can do everything as long as I'm intentional, I purpose to do it. So when I was starting AWOLA, I've been with the current organization for quite some time, and I really desired for career growth. So I worked so hard to move from where I am. I'm in the mid-level of my career, and I was desiring to work for a larger organization. So through AWOLA, like 3 months ago, I met some partners somewhere. We were trying to develop some collaborations, and one of the partners said they are looking for a Kenyan program coordinator. This is a surprise to my mentor also. They're looking for a Kenyan program coordinator. It's an NGO. So they told us to recommend for them someone who can work for them as a program coordinator. And I thought to myself, who do you want me to recommend to you? I am here. So I followed up with that partner personally, and the lady was like, I'm not bragging, this is what she told me, because actually I'm the one who was given the assignment of hosting those partners in Kenya. So I really did the work. I really prepared for that hosting, like Christine told me. And so after the activity was done, her feedback was like, she really loved my work and how I hosted them. And she was just praying that she could get a replica of me. And I was telling myself, then I'm here. So I applied. I didn't even wait for the application process. She told me we will not wait because we need this position as early as possible. So she sent me the JD and told me to apply. I went through 2 interviews, serious interviews, and you should have seen me in those interviews. I was very confident. I even had time to screenshot the laptop, the interview process, something I never did before. Anytime I had interviews, I would shrink I would never even know where my screenshot button in the computer was. But that time, I even took screenshots of me during the interview. After that, I negotiated for the salary and for the working hours. And I got it. And I was asking myself, the Regina of last year will not have done that. And Monica and the AWOLA team, this is from my heart to yours, that this is me thanking this program for what it has been to me. So to the entire AWOLA team, Monica being the face of the program and Mane and the team being behind the scenes, thank you for what I can only describe as a transformation of a lifetime. Thank you for creating spaces where women like me can rediscover themselves and rise boldly into what they are meant to become. Do we have upcoming mentees here? Yes, Kina Karen. Please be very intentional. Yeah? Be very intentional with this journey. Be patient with yourself and your mentor as well. Make every mentorship diary a success, not as an assignment to send to Monica. Because growth is not always loud or immediate. Sometimes the biggest transformation is happening quietly within you before the world can even see it. Always keep your eyes on the bigger picture because this journey can truly change. There is no way a transformed person can speak for 1 minute.
I agree with you 100%. Yeah, we can give you just like 2 minutes there. Yeah. Which is okay.
Wow. I think you can see the results, right? They are just speaking for themselves. This girl was so nervous when we met. She was so shy and so nervous and so unsure. To be pushed, like, have you done this? When will you do this? When I told her what to go and do, she would go an extra mile. So me, I saw a young, timid girl changing into a dynamite of a leader. And that is really what happened. So I'm so grateful for this process. And also, as Monica was saying, through the process, I also became mentored because I have a lot of passion for, let's say, sustainability aspects of agriculture. And fortunately, Regina was also in the same space. So we actually learned a lot together. And also through the process, I discovered many networks. There's a lady here. Where is she seated? The one who connected me to AWOLA first. There. Can you imagine we just sat in a meeting somewhere and we started talking about, I don't even know exactly what we were talking about. Then I told her, I want to join this thing. And she told me how to do it. And I applied. In fact, I applied as a mentee. Then Monica said, hey, with all this experience, how can you be a mentee? You're going to be a mentor. But now in that process of mentoring, what I discovered is that you also become mentored. By the way, you also transform. So me, I transformed as I was transforming. So I really learned a lot. I networked a lot. I went into spaces that I never knew that I could. I went into some very powerful trainings that with even international bodies. Right now I'm oozing with the food system processes and systems. I'm really oozing with knowledge, with understanding. I'm writing papers. I'm doing research on my own. That one I know. Trust me. Thank you so much, AWOLA.
Thank you so much. Please let us appreciate Christine and Regina. Please come here.
First of all, I'm going to be her first customer for her product. And I'm also going to be an investor in that process. So we are going to grow together. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Christine and Regina. And when they come to the program, they always do something called individual development plan. It's good to take your goals seriously, yeah? Yes, and always follow through. And I'm not the only person who follows through. That's why, along the way, I asked Regina, one of your goals was to to revive your business, what's happening. But now, guys, don't worry. I think if we continue sharing our stories, we might leave here at 9 p.m. But we always publish the stories. So we always publish the stories, and we'll be releasing the stories of change. Of course, not today, but you can hear the stories, and they are so transformational. Like, I remember Regina, the first day she came. We keep on wondering, was Regina the one who came for the interview, was picking up and doing all that? Yes. So now we'll go to the next person. And this lady, her mentor is not here, but she's with us in spirit, and just the way she had traveled, she had to travel during this time. And but she said she's going to join online, but it's okay. So I'm going to request Joyce. You know, Joyce is our tough lady from Siaya County. So how many minutes should we give this team? 10? 15? 15. Yes, let's give them 10. Then, yes, so I'm going to invite, so please, time for them. Yes, because sometimes even in 1 minute you need to say what you're supposed to say. But this was your day, by the way. We are the people who took your time. So please help me invite Ann Bumba all the way from Tharaka-Nithi County and from Hand in Hand. Yes. And something Christine has not told you, she works with KEBS. And we are very happy now. We are understanding the standards. And we are able to work together. So Christine, thank you so much. And please tell KEBS, we are coming. Yes. Oh. Yes.
So, good afternoon once more. So, on my part, growth is rarely a straight path. It's often shaped by challenges, lessons, setbacks, and small victories, and gradually transform who we are. I would like to share a short story about my own growth journey in AWOLA. So I'm Ann Buba, as I said earlier, a development practitioner passionate about agroecology, women and youth, economic empowerment, regenerative enterprise development. So when I joined AWOLA, that is a Cohort 3 mentorship program, I was at a transition point in my professional and academic journey. I was seeking clarity, confidence, and growth as I navigated the next phase of my career. I wanted to improve my public speaking, same case as Regina. At most of the forums, as you can hear, I have a vocal voice. Na nikiongea wengi uniuliza kumbe hata wewe unashtukaga. And you'll always assume because of my voice, I'm good at public speaking, yes. But I also have the challenge. And so I also wanted to improve my communication skills, strengthen my professional network, successfully complete my MBA, and advance my career in strategic leadership and program management. Although I had a clear sense of where I wanted to go, I needed a structured mentorship, exposure, and accountability to help me move forward with confidence. The AWOLA mentorship journey became a turning point. I stepped out of my comfort zone and began investing deliberately in my personal and professional development. I joined public speaking forums and actively engaged in professional platforms and strengthened my articulation, confidence, and leadership presence. One of the most symposium that was organized last year, and from the symposium, it was an eye-opener. I was able to broaden my perspective on agroecology, advocacy, and also policy engagement. Being in a room with thought leaders and practitioners reinforced my sense of purpose and strengthened my voice as a young leader in the sector. Academically, the mentorship period also marked an important milestone. I was able to, during the symposium period, I was able to define my thesis And I managed to pass and also submitted my research. And hopefully I'll be graduating in July this year with my MBA in project management. So through the AWOLA program, my growth was not only internal, but also reflected in the tangible leadership, opportunities, and personal achievements. While in the program, I was able to be selected as a mentor in the YALTA program. That is a different program under Pelham, Kenya. Working in Tharaka Nithi as the regional team lead, I was able to be selected to lead the Wezesha Mama program that is currently funded by the Safaricom Foundation and currently heading the Mount Kenya region, whereby we work with around 7 groups. And for the Mount Kenya region, that is covering all the way from Murang'a, Isiolo, coming back to Embu, all the way to parts of Thika. So that's how we factor in Mount Kenya for hand in hand. So I'm currently heading the program. And with the Safaricom Foundation program, it was a 1-year program that is supposed to be ending in October. But from the program that we are implementing under Chuka team, Safaricom gave a go-ahead to implement a bigger project that will be involving more women and more youths. Hopefully, we won't be working with around 7 groups. We'll be working with more than 20 groups in every region. And that is from Mount Kenya, Western, all the way to the coast. Then also, I was able to actively participate in development of a safeguarding policy that was under the Avis Foundation on the E4 Impact program. And also, for the policy was designed as a guide for cooperatives and community-based organizations across the Tharaka Nithi and the Meru counties. And the intention was to strengthen accountability, protection, and standards and ethical practices within the dairy sector. And through these governance, protection frameworks for children. And so currently at Hand in Hand program, and being a champion of the agroecology in the INUA program, I can tell you, this has led to another funding that the INUA program is supposed to end by December. But we've currently been funded again as a result of us championing the same project. We are currently opening branches and we'll be championing the INUA program for the 3rd cohort up to 2028. In addition, I undertook an agroecology and organic leadership course that was under IFOM Organics. And it strengthened my technical knowledge, ideology, grounding in agroecology. And still, through the support by Pelham, I was able to participate in the producer-led value chain training that was done under Cody Institute. And personally, I was able to start a poultry business whereby I sell fertilized eggs from F1 chicken. So for those who are around, if you're interested in getting to more than 1,000. So what I've managed to learn from the program: leadership grows through intentional exposure and the courage to step forward. Mentorship accelerates growth when there is openness, commitment, and accountability. Public speaking develops through consistent practice systems of opportunity and collaboration. Most importantly, I learned that the growth often requires stepping into spaces that once felt intimidating. Transformation does not happen by accident. It comes from deliberate choices and consistent effort. For the future, I will successfully complete my MBA as I graduate in July. And I also plan to scale my business, that is the poultry business. And so far, maybe as I can tell you, that is being comfortable stepping in the uncomfortable places. Initially, I was a person whom I would be invited for a forum, and I will try to get as much as possible to give a very good, valid reason as to why I'm supposed not to attend. And reason being is, I maybe fear I won't be able to give the valid reasons, maybe have a debating. Sina points za kuongea, sindio? But as we speak, initially I was heading the region that is Tharaka Nithi and Embu counties. But so far as INUA program in hand is expanding, I was also given the Meru region. So currently all the way from Nanyuki, Laikipia, Isiolo, all the way to Embu. If you want to speak hand in hand, you speak to Anne. Yes. So I'm thankful for the AWOLA And AWOLA has not only sharpened my skills, but it has also strengthened my voice, expanded my leadership capacity, and positioned me as both a practitioner and a catalyst for change. As I graduate from Cohort 3, I do so not only as a beneficiary of mentorship, but also a leader ready to amplify the impact. Thank you, AWOLA team.
Thank you, Anne. That has been so powerful. And also, Anne, just come for a minute. Just come and ask you something which you didn't mention. This was the first person, after joining the program within 1 month, she told me she's going for maternity leave. Yeah, but how has been motherhood, balancing AWOLA, and all these growth in your career and everything?
Thank you, Monica. I can say it has been tough, but since we joined the program, I felt we had Dr. Olembo, we had Kina Monica telling us, you must. I remember one statement was said by one of the mentors. I can't remember if it was the mentor or Dr. Olembo. They said that good girls don't get the corner office, sindio? And that ilinibeba mpaka Tharaka-Nithi. Because I used to get the opportunities. Like you can hear, I've been to the training with the IFOM, I've been to the training with the Code Institute. Na zote nimeenda na mtoto. And if it was some 2-3 years down the line, ningesema mtoto ni mdogo, sindio? Like for today, I was not able to come with the kid. Nilikuja leo na naondoka leo tukimaliza sasa. Kwa sababu I left the baby. Reason being, next week I'm supposed to be in Kisumu. And I will be traveling again with the child. So you can see juggling with the motherhood, also with us to work, and also us to achieve, sindio? At the end of the day, yote ni yetu, sindio? Lazima wa mama tujifikishe, sindio? You know, for the men, wacha niachane na agenda.
Thank you, please let us appreciate Anne for the good work she's doing. So, I hope you can see AWOLA, we're not telling people not to continue. You know, women, we have the reproductive, the productive and leadership roles in the community, right? Yesterday we talked about different identities. So you can see in AWOLA, we are strengthening each and every identity you have. Are you a mother? You know, we want you to be that leader who is a strong mother, you know, that manager. And I'm very happy for Anne. She has walked this journey. And what I'm very proud of Anne is especially the masters. She was stuck, I think, for the past 4 years. You can imagine. I think, Anne, you are not the only one. Most of us, you are there. But I'm happy. Anna said she's graduating which year? Which month? Yes. So she picked up last year at a time like this. So something I'm also learning from these mentees and support the mentors. Because also the mentors mentor me first before they mentor them. Is when you have someone is holding you accountable, you can achieve your goals. Because you might find someone has the same challenge. Yeah. You see, Anne was juggling like the program she was doing with Safaricom, a workplace. You guys, you should Google what is hand in hand. And the organization Regina was working with. You see these ladies, they have really worked very hard to be where they are. And you are very grateful to your mentors for the work that you are doing. Yes. Now we'll go to another team. Now this one, the mentee is not here. The mentee has really grown very long wings. But the mentor is here, and I will invite her to say hi and to tell us her experience. And also, this mentor has really supported all of us, especially when it comes to agroecological entrepreneurship and putting our finances in order. Actually, when you join AWOLA, the first webinar or training we do, Cohort 1, Cohort 2, Cohort 3, it's which one? If you remember this one, which is the first webinar we always do in AWOLA? The first webinar we always do is preparing for retirement. Why do we do this? So please let us welcome Stephanie to come and share with us how her experience has been as a mentor. Yes, and also tell us where the mentee is. Yeah.
Wow. I thought it's only when the pair is present, because that's when you feel the sparks. Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Stephanie. I was a mentor for Cohort 3. I was mentoring Gladys Kiplangat. Gladys is not with us. As you've heard, she has really grown. As we speak, she's not in the country. And I want to believe it has to do with all the work she has put in. So Gladys runs an organization called Baringo Indigenous Peoples Organization, or BIPO, based in Baringo, on leadership, where she felt also she she needed support in leadership, and as a grassroots leader, she needed to know how to advance the knowledge in her space. Also matters around climate and gender justice, food security, agroecology and governance, and of course youth and women empowerment, the people that she's working with. So what she really wanted is to strengthen BIPO institutionally, and that meant, put in structures, expand into national and global advocacy spaces. And she wanted now to further her education. She had sort of like taken us a break from her degree, which she was pursuing, but now I think she's finished with the classwork, with the coursework rather, and she should be graduating this year also. So the areas that she needed support, as I mentioned, one of the things was to put structures in the organization. There were no structures, and we worked through that. Again, also fundraising. So with the structures, she was able to develop a strategic plan, which she has. And again, also with fundraising, she got some funding, which she has been able to streamline, also to help also now streamline the organization. She was also working on her confidence and speaking and all that we are talking about. As a leader, this is a skill that you need to have. And Gladys is the kind of person who will, like I always like to use that word when it comes to her, anajua kujituma. So she has participated in very many forums and been able to speak and represent the space that she is in. So I can attest that she has also built capacity in terms of public speaking and being able to be a very good communicator. So in terms of the organization, I can see that she has grown. So some of the things that shifted in our engagement is that during the structure and all that, we were able to find out what kind of staff or resources does she need to be able to run the organization. We were able to finalize the staff roles and the descriptions and recruitment process. So she has a team she's working with. She was also able to identify and prioritize the key projects for BIPO. At some point we handled the project management. How does she handle different projects? And so we also did a draft for the project management plan. And she was also getting into honey business, which was to be incubated, and that is something also which is in progress. So the documentations in terms of processes or standard operating procedures is something also that we started, and she has been refining. So there's been a shift in terms, a decision, when we talk about the strategic and leadership shifts and decision shifts from reactive leadership. Some of the mentees have mentioned opportunities are there, then we feel we are not confident enough. So she's been actively participating in panels and forums, and also from informal programming, she's also able to prioritize projects and pipeline. For the power shift, which happened also, is being stronger and executive presence in external spaces. She's able to represent herself as such, and also increase readiness in representing indigenous women at policy tables. And also she's very clear on what she's doing with her organization. In terms of adoption shift, with regards to agroecology outcomes, there has been integration of indigenous seed saving into structured programming, alignment of governance systems with the food sovereignty goals, and movement towards fundable incubation-based agroecology models. That is the honey enterprise that they are working on. And there's a very clear pathway for mentoring rural women and youth. So as I mentioned, she's in the final semester. That was in April, so by now she has finished. And this has also enabled her to strengthen our financial management capacity, governance oversight, and institutional sustainability. So overall, we can say that this program has helped Gladys, I believe, and she's already applying all the learnings that she's picked from AWOLA. For me, I can say I've also learned the ideas, some of those that is happening, that has also been eye-opening and enabled me to understand, and also other initiatives that we were also part of. We visit. So for me as a mentor, I've also been able to learn more about agroecology, and I'm looking to apply. I was talking to Momo during the lunch break. So AWOLA has also impacted me. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Not in the room. Who can speak on your behalf? Has Stephanie done a good job for Gladys? Please let us appreciate Stephanie again for studying for Gladys and for the good years. And I'm happy there was a mentor there. But one of the things I'm really grateful and we have learned in AWOLA, she didn't just mentor Gladys as a person, she also supported BIBO, the organization for Gladys. So she mentored Gladys and also strengthened the system of the organization. And Janet, our chairperson for the board, Gladys is very ambitious, and because of those systems, she's one of the people who have applied to become members of PELAM. Yes, so, yes, I don't know if she'll qualify, but I think she can qualify, you know. But I'm so grateful. I've seen the organization really grow. Now they have a strategic plan. They have staff. And also I think actually Gladys is in Canada. I'm sure whatever she's doing is part of the work. And I'm happy because one of the things Stephanie identified, you are sharing Gladys with Dr. Olembo. We pushed Gladys also. Yes, being an indigenous lady from Baringo, she's really putting her foot ahead. And one of the things, she had dropped out, and I'm happy now Gladys will be build even academic growth. So please let us appreciate Gladys and Stephanie for the great work. Yeah, so those are 3. Now you're in page 4. Now this one, So the pair that is coming, it's one of those pairs when they met. Like the mentee, in the meeting, she started singing. I don't know. I don't know what she saw. And she told us she feels like the way she interacted with her mentor, she felt like it's one of her prayers answered. Then also this mentor, actually it's her second time to be a mentor in AWOLA. She helped us overcome one of the biggest challenges. You know, these mentees, actually in AWOLA there's growth. And women, if you want to grow, are we ready for that growth? Are we creating capacity for that? Actually, we had a mentee who got an opportunity to go to US. And you know the time zones difference and everything. But this mentor supported her. You know, I don't know what time they were meeting. The mentor can still support because sometimes when we are matching, sometimes the mentor does not have 100%, but we look at other things. So, and also this mentor, when she came, she was also going for maternity leave, and I wondered, hey, now, where are we heading? They come. Yeah, this is one of the teams when they are reporting, I have to know how the babies are doing, or when you are planning for them.
Hi, ladies. How are you doing? And we are also fine. Gichunge Karen is my name. So happy to be here at such a moment. Year of transformation, opportunity. I'm used. Yeah, so when I I applied for this to be a mentee and just graduated and then just landed in my first internship. But I lacked clarity, and of course I knew I had a big problem with being around women. I really felt that women are enemies of, yeah. But now, what I did was praying for my mentor, even before meeting her. And I remember while we were having, I know you are my mentor, just know I've really prayed for you. Because I really wanted that opportunity. But again, but now until when are you going to visible? But this was our first meet because management grad where another mentality you're going to tell or support to do my thesis work, data collection. That is the project work with Alliance Biodiversity in the Climate Matter, realizing you can actually opportunity. I just felt can actually as who opines you feeling mentees you it ground put your feet on the ground. You did not deserve this opportunity. You deserve, so I deserved it with them, and I was School of Agriculture, and as a best friend to farmers, I also follow my peers there to go and do trainings around the villages. Now the struggles that nobody talks about. I felt in the voice that nobody talks about. I felt in the voice my worth, and now confidence my worth, and now confidence. And I always told me, you cannot pour from an empty cup, Karen. So at one point I felt she was too high. For me, and now I had to stay to that of the consortium Kenya. But as at now we are part handing as the so because I was in handing as the so because I was in AWOLA, I got as the so because I was in AWOLA, I got another Stephanie. AWOLA, I got another Stephanie. Now you see I grew up to another Stephanie. Now you see I grew up to come to leader, make a judge me. Now you see I grew up to come to leader, make a judgment. Completion you need to have spaces. And I was able to do all of them. I also got a chance like Regina with Cody Institute of Canada. And now I'm a certificate of Canada. And now I'm a certified trainers of trainers at TOT on gender, decision making, biodiversity in agroecology. So you can bring those deals. I will be happy to come to your organization and train. I build economy. I'm happy to share. I'm happy to share. I have pushed, and this worked because of 2020 rule. Relax. The world is so cruel, she would tell me. Don't wait. There is nobody who will see your tears. You have to put that lipstick, have your head high, go and talk about yourself, go and grab that opportunity. The second one was to write. Write how you feel about today. Write what went wrong yesterday. And this really boosted my emotional intelligence, such that yesterday I demonstrated a lemon. They are there, we'll meet them, but I've always learned to embrace them. And the last one was to pray. 20 minutes, wake up, sit on your bed, pray. Pray that when you meet Monica, she will not see the worst of it. Pray. I would tell her, she would ask me, by the way, when are you planning to do this? Hours went not away from the mentorship, but an extra, because I really didn't think that it was necessary. You sit in these women's faces, listen to their issues, that You need a home after work, and you need somewhere where, apart from being a safe space, of course, you cannot be on a neck on every time you're calling, you're having issues, you need somebody to, yes. And now that is how I ended to be a mother. It was not an influence. It was the right time, but I had not realized. Because if I would have remained in this profession, they call us professional career women. And that is what I wanted, that is what I still want to be. So so I also got an opportunity on a parallel discussion as a panelist in the second agroecology symposium, where I was able to present. And now my commitment going forward, we have agreed that we are going to continue advancing agroecology, climate resilience across Africa with our support, and that's why we have come up with an organization. Then again, we are going to build this sustainable food system to serve farming communities through capacity building, and that is maybe she's in communication, so she can only support me in media and how to document. Then of course, advocating for women land rights issues, scale up this organization to see it grow, then mentor the next generation, which I'm already doing at Taita Taveta University. So this journey has been so good. I really thank Pelam Kenya for such an opportunity, for believing in me, and to my mentor, a stranger that only chose to take me as a daughter. She has a daughter who is almost my age, and now she did what? She did not adopt me. Yeah. The first thing when we were joining this mentorship, we were told that is not your mother. So, me and prayed for mine. That is not your mother. You cannot call her anytime, but I'm so grateful that I can call her anytime. Even when I went to get my baby, she was all along in the calls trying to find out, are you stretching, are you doing this and that? So it has been more than a mentorship. I know it is a lifetime thing, and I'm so grateful for her. To the mentees who are joining, mine is to wish you all the very best. Write your dream, your vision, people. If you are not careful, you may end up, I don't pray that this is what happens. Maybe in the next forum, they may not even be remembering your name. It is until you push yourself from that comfort, send them emails, we are having this and that before I send. And now I'm happy to share that on 10th October, I will be graduating at Taita Taveta University with a master's in climate. God bless you, God's movement of agroecology and supporting women. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies. I think my mentee has covered almost everything. And probably I would like to tell us ladies, in our journey of success, we will meet adults. Like all of us, we are women. There are women here who are younger. I think there is one of the youngest probably who doesn't have even a child probably. And I was encouraging my mentee here. When this program was to happen, she told me, Elizabeth, I can't come, I can't carry the baby. But I told her, motherhood does not stop reggae. I got married when I was very young, at 22, because right now my daughter is in university that year. So when I got married, I was just done my diploma. So I told her, reggae did not stop. I got a baby, I got married, I went back to school, I got my first degree. I went in between there, I graduated with my master's when I was 2 weeks to give delivery. So motherhood does not stop reggae. Being a mother does not make you unsuccessful. we are gifted as mothers. We can embrace everything that comes along the way and become successful. And then the other thing is, let nobody define your success. Some growth is very silent. Growth, it does not mean it should be very loud for it to be growth. You can be growing very well and you are not loud. You can be growing very loudly and you're still growing. So don't compare your growth with another person's. Everybody is unique. You have your own talent. Set yourself in terms of what we were taught yesterday by Stella Maris, who happens to be my sister and my mentor. We are different. We are gifted differently. You know, we own our spaces differently. Never let anyone compare you with anybody. This was a girl getter. She got like a first-class degree. And you know, when she said she prayed for me, I was already wondering, this girl with first class, me, I never got a first class. How will I be able to mentor her? But I knew, imagine, I knew there is something that I have that she needs. And along the way, she discovered it. Because sometimes mentoring is not the aspect of she had a first class, I should have a first class. You know, that bit. We all have something that we can learn from each other. And then along the way, I also told her, I never got a first class, but I married somebody who had a first class in finance. You can imagine. And he happens to be learning a lot from me, you know. So life is like that. When you are learning and you're facing various corners and ups and downs, you meet these things. Then there is now the ripple effect of mentoring. What I've learned from Pelham. This is my second time being a mentor. I mentored a lady who is now in the US. We are still in touch. The movement is ongoing. Reggae did not stop because she's in the US. I'm still a mentor. We connect time to time. Identify opportunities there that you can make you thrive. And even this girl, I told her, now that you are a mother, you are pursuing all this. And one thing that I've learned that I should share is the greatest investment we can make is in the people. The people we meet is the greatest investment. And that is why we are told your network is your net worth. Your network is your net worth. The people we meet along all these circles, that is our network, is our net worth. And when we mentor others, because I happened to mentor her, but she also mentored me. You know, in the process of learning, you learn her. As she has learned from me, the impact that they have created in making women great in terms of leadership. So lastly, let's embrace mentoring, not only in the AWOLA platform, but in all aspects of our life. We change one life every time that we meet. We help shape the future of all the people that we meet through the way we connect with them, through what we share, what we network with them. Let's create that movement in AWOLA that changes all the people that we meet in our lives. Thank you.
Thank you. Before you leave, thank you so much, Elizabeth, for supporting Karen, and also Karen for allowing yourself to be mentored by Elizabeth. Actually, Karen is also a trailblazer in many ways. In AWOLA, we didn't have someone in academia and someone who was publishing. This one, she came and told us, I have to publish. I have to do this. And if you can see, one of our partners is Alliance for Biodiversity and Sea Art. So we are really grateful. Some of this, they are not very small things, but also they are making us get more partners, more partnerships, and also shape the work that you are doing. And also about your organization, I'm so happy for you. And then the other thing is, I'm happy how Karen has walked this journey of motherhood. We don't report on motherhood, but it's part of the work. But she has been very resilient all through. And also, she has really, like, one of our goals was to do her master's and complete. I'm so happy to hear you'll be graduating in October. Yes, now when I see Karen, I don't think she's there. You know, she was just from the university. Actually, she's one of the youngest we have in this program. So I'm not seeing Karen being the youngest anymore, not in terms of age. She's no longer an emerging leader, but she's a seasoned leader, and she's really doing well. Then, Elizabeth, keep up the great work. I will allow you to sit. Then, Karen, just stand there for a minute. One of the things Dr. Rembo told us today, you know, Dr. Rembo is one of those women who spoke for us about sins in the African Union. Nilikuwa nasikianga African Union naona ikuwa mbali sana. Until, but the exposure is good and education is good. And that's why we need to, part of mentorship is to give women exposure. So Dr. Orembo really helped us to understand the processes and everything and how the policies made at African Union contribute to that budget done at your county level or why you don't have water. Yes, so we have 2 mentees here who are really passionate about climate change and they want to become part of the negotiators. When you are talking about those COPs, ataki waende huko tu apigwe picha and we really want women to be in those platforms where decisions are being made. So I will invite another Karen. So this Karen with a K, then Karen with a C, please come. And also we have one of our sisters. Sisters, are you still here? Yes, we have one of our sisters from Malawi. She's a negotiator. Please come. Her name, it's something.
Shikulani.
Mnakumbuka anaitwa nani? Yes, she's one of our sisters from Malawi. Malawi, the heart. Inaitwa nini? Warm heart of Africa, Yeah, I had an opportunity to go to Malawi, and I'm telling you, the moment I landed in Lilongwe, I felt that. Yes, so she's our sister from Malawi. And something unique about this lady, for this cohort 3, she was the youngest mentor. Why are you not mentoring if you are 23 years? She was the youngest mentor, and she's a climate negotiator, and she's in Kenya, still doing that. So, and also we invite Elizabeth. Where's Elizabeth from the ministry? Elizabeth, please come because part of this commitment, we are not doing commitment, but we want you to show us your ways. Elizabeth, please come. Yes. So these 2 ladies, Karen with a C, Karen with a K. Yes, they want to become climate negotiators, and they want to attend the next 2 COPs. The one which will be in Turkey, and the one will be just here in Ethiopia. And one of the things they are lacking, they want a nomination from the government. So please, Elizabeth, please speak for us. Then number 2, they want to be mentored, how to become climate negotiators. Yes, so please, I want you to hug these 2 ladies and tell this crowd, these 2 women, in 2 to 3 years, we want to see them in those tables where you are. Yes. Yes, and for you, Elizabeth, I want you to show us how to connect. Yes. Yes. So, Karen, in AWOLA, we don't give you everything. So, I've shown you the ways. Yeah. So, tomorrow, even not tomorrow, no, I have a new a new cohort. So, from tomorrow, moving forward, we are prioritizing AWOLA cohort 4. So, cohort 3, after the cake. Okay, please, you may have your seat. Let us appreciate these mentors and mentees and Elizabeth. Yes. Yeah, so that we can be able to wrap up well. So something you're going to notice, in AWOLA, we have everyone. So like for this cohort, most of them, they were professional women. But there's a time like we have those who want to be agro-entrepreneur, women who are here. You have seen you can mentor, you can support someone. And I'm so happy. Please let us clap for the mentors because we don't pay them, but they really give so much. I remember like Dr. Orembo also had 2 mentees. They didn't manage to come, but I remember, your mentor is looking for you and not available. Dr. Orembo ensured Zoom is not working. Okay, Google Meet it's not working. WhatsApp call. Okay, there's no internet, but you can access Facebook. This is how our mentors are committed. Then, in AWOLA, when it's come to reporting, and I know Diana is always keen on this one, we have to show the evidence. Dr. Orembo one day, she sent me a call log. Can you be, did we meet or not? You can see the people who called each other, Dr. Orembo and Leah, and the time. So something I've learned in AWOLA, there might be handles, but don't allow them to stop you. Okay? And mentors always go an extra mile. And the mentors who are here, like what you have heard, they are here to give back because they have achieved so much. And we stand on their shoulders. So we are very grateful. So I will invite our mentees once again. Please, our mentees and mentors, please come. Yeah, we want to give you your certificate for successfully completing 1 year. Yes, please let us appreciate them as they come. Yes, and we are going to publish their stories, and you are going to hear more. We have not talked about the challenges, eh? They were there, but today we have decided to talk about. So the mentors and the mentees, please come. And I know Violet is stepped out. I wanted anyone to ask me why we are having all these. So you remember yesterday we learned about documentation. So one of the things you have learned from women who have gone ahead of us, like Janet, like Dr. Olembo, Anna, is women sometimes we don't have that nafasi, that opportunity. So if you have an opportunity just to go with a placard somewhere, just carry it. It will pass the message. Like Violet was telling us how UN Women was made. They were in New York and they didn't get an opportunity to go and have discussions with anyone. But they had this placard written, we want UN Women now. And the Secretary General at that time saw them and they were making a lot of noise and the media was not allowing them. So you can imagine that's how those women with just a placard, what it meant for them. So please, these placards mean so much to us. Yeah, they meant, so I will invite Lucy. Yeah, we want to dress these mentees and mentors. Yes. Yeah, so please, sisters, yeah, let's dress these mentees and mentors for the great work they have done. Yeah, please, yeah, dress them and tell them congratulations and please tell them the truth. The work is beginning now. We expect more from them, right? Yes, please, you can put them the scarf. That scarf. No, that's not the mentor. Yes, please. No. We are dressing both in the mentors and the mentees because both of them, they are graduating, right? Yes, so please, you can dress any one of them and tell them congratulations. Irene, where are the certificates?
Congratulations. I have a message for you.
The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here. Sabu, sabu, ringing by. Zabu, zabu, ringing by.
Let us celebrate them as they dance. Lucy, they have said they want Please let us stand up and celebrate these ladies.
I'm a superwoman. I'm a superwoman.
And I know superwoman.
Superwoman, superwoman, superwoman. I'm a superwoman. I'm a superwoman. Yeah, superwoman, superwoman, superwoman. I'm cutting mama.
Mwanamke so tu vipodozi na vipicha vya kichokozi. Hizi mwanaume anapenda mwanamke achumenitaza zaidi.
Tumeona mkono wake Bwana. Mengi mazuri tumeyaona, Mungu umetenda, ni wewe muweza. Ulitamka vitu vikawa, neno tunatosha, ukisema umetenda. Katoa utumwani, watumishi wako umewapa yote waombayo, ikiwa umependezwa. Walo hakuna wa kulipinga, hakika wewe ni Mungu wa yote. Unatawala dunia na vilivyomo, makuu umeyatenda. Jehova, hakika tumeuona mkono wako Bwana, matendo yako Bwana, na umetutoa mbali, umeshika mkono Mungu mahali uliona pekee. Chini hata chini yao watu unawainua Mungu, sifa na utukufu na jina lako mbele tutakusifu kweli, lakini wewe mwema tutaishi kwako. Tumeuona mkono wako Bwana, kweli matendo yako Bwana ni makuu, na umetutoa mbali kweli, ukatushika mkono Mungu mahali uliona pekee.
Thank you. Kabla tukae chini na tuwapatie their certificate na tukule keki. Today we are allowed to eat the cake. So there are also two ladies I want to honor for what they are doing, so that even you will know the journey is starting. So I will invite Irene Nyamboke and Terry. Please, Irene and Terry, please come. So let us remember these two ladies. Yes, this Terry is AWOLA Cohort 1. And one of the initiatives she started, I wish we had more time to share more about it. She started working with windows, supported by a mentor, Esther Beth. Please let us celebrate Esther. Yes, and she's still working with those windows in Kisumu, supporting them. And she has not left them. And now she was showing us some of the photos on what they are selling, the market, what they are doing. So Terry, we honor you today and continue doing the great work. And part of business incubation, we are supporting also mentees who have initiatives which are advancing the right of women and also what women are doing, and will be supported with that. Yes. Then number 2, I want us to celebrate this lady, Irene. Irene is our HR in Pelham, and we are wondering, why do we have HR in AWOLA? But we won't talk about that today. So Irene, one of the initiatives she started last year, she wanted to work with the windows and also women she wanted to create opportunities for women in her county, Nyamira County. And she has been doing that. She has been able to mobilize 43 women. They have registered as CBO, and they are doing very many activities at home. And that's why today we have 2 women from Nyamira County. Yes, courtesy of Irene. So Irene also will continue supporting you so that you can be able to do your work in Nyamira County. So for the mentees and the mentors, kazi ijaisha inaanza. Sawa. So we want next time to have, today we have Terry from Kisumu, Awasi, the way we have Irene. And Irene stays in Nairobi, but she has really been doing a lot. And I think one of these fine days will be able to share the success story. So let us celebrate Irene and Teddy for the great work. And we hope even when we'll be celebrating next year, you tell us how you are doing, right? Okay. So we can sit down now. No, you stay there, stay there. The graduation is just... Then one of the things I learned yesterday is standing up for other people. So we want to award these mentees a mentor certificate so that when they go somewhere, they can say, we were mentors, we were mentees, we learned 1, 2, 3. And I will invite, I will invite Irene, you'll give me, then this is what you are going to do. For the mentees and mentors who are not here, they did refuse to come, just the way they hand other engagement. Do you remember we had to postpone the meeting, And we are really grateful you guys were able to make it to come here. So we will yeah, you can. No, don't sit. We'll take a group photo for the graduate. Then the next graduate is Miss Barbara Mboga. So Barbara was a mentee in this court. Let us celebrate her. And Barbara is an advocate of the High Court. The most blessing she got last month is a baby, and she's from Kakamega. She could not travel here today. Yes. Then we have Gladys Kiplagat. I will give our mentor the certificate for her. So please, Janet, please come. You want Gladys this certificate. And also, let's also get certificate for Stephanie.
He has done it for you, and you will come back with a new song to sing. God is good.
Please let us celebrate.
Come again with a new song of praise. God is good.
Please come here. Hey, Janet, you're very happy. You want to become a mentee again? Yes. Thank you. You also award us a certificate. That was for a mentee. Let us celebrate them.
God is good.
Then I will invite our mentor, Nyambura.
Who come back with the Lord?
Yes, let us celebrate Karen and Nyambura.
Who can change his mind about me? Through many years, in many ways, I have seen his
Thank you. And then for Regina, let me invite Diana. Diana, come, and I want Regina. Yes. Yes, let us celebrate Diana and Regina. Diana is very supportive to AWOLA. She keeps on asking me, are we achieving what we said to achieve? Yes, then I will invite Charity to come and invite Christine Kalui, her certificate. Yes. her a minute to be able to stand.
Tamani niseme, tamani nina jambo, mina tamani niseme.
Umenifunika na neema yako, tena umenifadhili mimi. Umeondoa vizuizi, kwa mkono wako Baba umenibariki.
Umenihurumia mimi, umenikumbuka mimi, umeondoa vizuizi.
Thank you. Maybe the graduates. Yeah, the graduates mnaweza line up mpigwe picha moja. Come here. Please let us celebrate them. Share a cake together, but before we share the cake, I will give Janet a minute to say something as our team leader in the Pelham movement. Yes, yeah, Janet, just a minute.
Yeah, so actually I was posting something on the, as you called me, I was posting, I was so excited, so I decided to post something. And the message is that it's so healthy, so good, so fulfilling when you see women shining, women growing of all categories. And I'm so excited of you. I've been in the business of making women become women more shining for the last over 30 years of my life. Sijafanya kazi ingine dunia hii. Mimi hakuna kazi ingine najua apart from promoting women from the grassroots and making sure that these women shine. So I'm so excited, I'm so happy that I know you have so many certificates that you have made academically and all that, but take this one as you just look at it as one of the best certificates you've ever have, because this is actually touching life of the fellow women wherever you go. And as I said yesterday, once you talk about women growth, we are talking about the future of the families, including the children that are in it. So thank you very much. Congratulations. And we are so excited. I keep on telling Monica, Akimi next time, wacha nichukue tu nikuwe mentee. I don't want to be a mentor. You know, I was a mentor in the first cohort. And allow me to say this. Unafanya tu hivyo na Mungu anachukulia. Like my mentor that I was mentoring, sahi anaweza kunimentor. She can be my mentor now. Ameenda ile nimefurahi mpaka nafurahi. Wherever I see her, I feel so happy. So thank you, girls. Thank you, my sisters. And thank you for taking this opportunity. May the Lord bless you and give you the big heart of helping others.
Thank you. So as I Fight Effie, just please come. I want someone to read this message. Actually, come you read. Just the first one.
She leads agroecology. Congratulations, AWOLA Cohort 3.
This message today, all the time we always tell people congratulations, but we felt you guys, it's not just congratulations, but now the work you are doing, you are leading agroecology. So keep up the good work.
Viva women, viva. Viva women, viva. Mbona mnajibu ni kama muoni keki? Viva women, viva. Viva women, viva. Now here we have cake to celebrate these beautiful women over here, right? You can see they are so beautiful. They are, wow, what a we see a mentor, we see a career woman. You see, all of it all tunaiona hapa. And me, I have a confession to make before to make keki. I was telling Karen and her mentor yesterday, it took me 7 years to realize, hey, this reggae doesn't have to stop. You know? So as long as you are here, just see yourself, let them be a mirror to you. We can be anything we want to. Now let us all be up on our feet. Tusaidie graduates kusimama. Tusaidie graduates kusimama. Please, if you can be on our feet. Please. And thank you so much. I'd also love to invite the mentors who have been there before. Madam Esther, please come forward. Madam Esther Betts. Dr. Sarah, please. Please. Terry, where are you? Wachana na picha, kuja tu. Picha tutatumiwa link, kuja tu. Please come. This is a wholesome activity. We have to celebrate all of us together. We are all mentors and mentees in one way, right? So ningetaka hii keki ikikatwa by the mentees, the graduates when you wamevaa the sash today. We are also celebrating Madam Esther, our mentor, Madam Momo there. We are celebrating all of us, right? Yes, so karibuni, the people with the sash, you will hold this knife together. We will cut cake from top to bottom. Sawa sawa. Na kameramani tafadhali be prepared. This one we need to document. We graduated. We have to document. So, umepiga picha keki? The cake itself? Okay, sawa sawa. So let me invite the mentors and mentees. Mshikanie hii kisu. However we will do it. We will cut. Monica, you are those people. Wacha apige. She is documenting. You know? Aya, DJ, please take us through. Holding the knife.
Tamu, 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 keki
So here I want each mentee ashikilie sahani yake. The way your mentor fed you with knowledge is the same way you are going to feed her with sweetness of thanksgiving. Sawa sawa? Kwa hivyo kila mentee ashike sahani na uma.
I have a message for you. God has sent me to you. I have a message for you. God has sent me to you. Listen, them say, them tell you say you can never be the one. But God say, make I tell you, say now you him choose in 1 month, in 1 week.
So I need one person to come and represent Gladys, tafadhali, because menti wake hata simama hapo wengine wakikula keki, right? The way you should be. You and your mentor.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
So each person has a mentor. Na kila mentee nitamwongezea another mentor. Alright? Because of daktari, because of our mom Esther here, and because of our other mom here. Yes, please. So please mentees, mmeshikilia keki. Kameramani uko ready? Very nice. Please, Madam Mentee, simama pale yurawa. Yeah, so we will start with our number one okay, we don't have position according to venye mejipanga. We start with Anne, and please clap for her as she does it, as she feeds her mentor. And the vice versa is also okay. May we have the mentor feeding Anne. Anna tutamaliza sahani yako. Thank you. Makofi tafadhali. Congratulations, Anne. Thank you so much. Next we have Irene in place of Gladys. So I hope Gladys kwenye yako ataona hii. Yes, please feed your mentor. Makofi tafadhali, tafadhali, tafadhali. Music, DJ. And also our mentor, please appreciate your mentee. Makofi, makofi tafadhali. You people are not clapping. You will miss cake. Hear me. Next we have our graduates, our moms. We have Karen. Karen, please do your mentor the honors. Please, please, makofi, 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 makofi. Very nice, and now may we see the mentor appreciating her mentee too. Please clap for them, clap for them. Thank you very much. And now to our very able mentee, please appreciate your mentor. can. Na sisi wengine tupige makofi. Sadaka hizi After here, I'm going to ask the 3 mentees to come and also appreciate our other mentors. Pia watakuja hapa mbele our mentors. But daktari pia, come. Our dear mentors. Daktari nitambebea kiti, atasimama tu kidogo. Bado ni baby girl, so atakuja tu, she's strong. Oh, atasimama, very nice. So let me invite the mentees again to patia our very able mentors cake once again. As we celebrate our mentors, tafadhali. I'm going to invite all of us to pigwe a group photo, then we will share cake because of the factor of time. But from me, as Effie Wamboi, and on behalf of We for R mentees, tunasema
yeah, cake chakula. Kujeni we take the group photo. Okay, so please let us do. Okay, now this is why we say what men can do to continue doing, eh?
Someone else, please intervene. Monica is busy. Can someone else? Hey, careful.
dancing.
Na tusema AWOLA ni we must arise. Sawa, that's our new slogan. AWOLA, we must AWOLA. AWOLA. Amechoka. Okay, so kabla tukae chini, please, tulisema tunamalizia na wimbo ya huko Meru, kainde tuwekea tukae nayo chini tukimalizia. Don't sit down, we have a Meru song. And add some volume.
We have completed the occasion nicely. That's the meaning. Yes.
Thank you. Have we not completed our occasion nicely? Yeah, so I'm going to invite Maggie to come and give vote of thanks. Then I will tell you how we are going to wrap it up. Let us appreciate this young lady, eh? She'll be running up and down. Please let us appreciate Maggie. Hey, Keki,
Yes. Women power. Women power. Now, unajua when cake is being eaten, everyone's attention moves to the cake. Perfect. Perfect. I want to take this opportunity to appreciate everyone first and foremost for creating time to be here, to show up. Showing up on itself is one of the most courageous things you can ever do for yourself. I also want to appreciate the mentors. I've seen Elizabeth, I have seen Christine, and I've been able to hear very incredible stories of what women can do when they are held together. So for me, is to appreciate the mentors, because I know their time schedules might have been very tight, and I've heard even from Elizabeth, having to do mentorship at home, it's quite a sacrifice. We do not take it for granted. For the mentees, I thank you for the good work you've put in to get there and be able to reach there. I was very moved by all of you. I said, and that's why we always say stories of change, because when we amplify our voices and we give our stories, someone somewhere is motivated, right? So that said, I want also to appreciate Monica. Makofi kwa Monica. Makofi kwa Monica. Because of ensuring this happens and for the vision that AWOLA has. And I pray as we live here, we will be motivated to action the things we've said we'll action, to move forward. And for those who've promised to apply for the business grant, sindio? Tumesema biashara zifanyike, sindio? Na wanawake wasonge mbele. May we do that, right? And that said, I want to end with one of the quotes Oprah Winfrey one time said. Courage is not the absence of fear, but it is doing even when you are afraid. And my hope as we live here, we will go and show up courageously. Asante sana.
Yes, so we have come to the end. So I also want to, we said, when we say AWOLA, what's the slogan for AWOLA? Yes, AWOLA. Yes, so in conjunction with AWOLA Malawi, AWOLA Uganda, AWOLA Nigeria, and AWOLA Zimbabwe, those are our sisters. Also, they'll be graduating next week. Others, they already graduated, so we wish them all the best. So we have come to the end, and we think there's a movement, so we are not stopping. So we want to hear those in agroecological entrepreneurship, muendele, those who are farming, those who are in professions, those who are in academia. Please continue doing what you are doing. See, to learn about movement building in your organization. Actually, we are not building just a movement for AWOLA or agroecology. It's strengthening us wherever you are creating a movement. So our next step from here is now the journey for Cohort 4 has begun. The rest of us will continue celebrating and doing many things together. We have our the third National Agroecology Symposium coming up in July. We will be updating you. Also, we have a Continental Forum for Women Expo. It will be in September. We will update you because, and most probably it might not be in Kenya this time round. I hope you have passports. Of course you have, Yes, so we'll also keep you posted on that. Then there were a number of questions which were raised by Dr. Orembo. We are going to respond to all of them. But you are going to have another training on movement building because you only did only one part. So if we invite you again, are you going to come? Yes, and if we take you now to another county, unajua tumekuwa Kiambu. Yes, so if we invite you to other counties, please come. So, AWOLA is a continental movement, and in conjunction with our sisters in other countries. So as we wrap up, we are going to to sing the African Africa Union National Anthem. It really speaks to the agriculture sector. So I will request you to rise up. We sing just one stanza. Then we are going to pray and we are going to end. When you wanna safiri, we wish you safe travels. When you wanna baki, and also we chose this place so that you can have time to relax. You can swim. You can go to those children places. There's the biggest mall here. There's a China Square here. You know, there's a lot happening here, eh? Yeah, but at your own cost, apart from the things happening within the hotel, eh? Yes, and don't worry about logistics. Maggie and Diana, they are on their, they are doing it. Yes, so please let us rise up. We do the African anthem in conjunction with our AWOLA sisters in those countries. Yes, and also for the product that came, please, acha watu wasiende nazo nyumbani. Let us buy them. Let us, get to know more about their product. Hey, I think they are not ready. Alan, are we having it? Okay, I think if they are not ready and they don't want to take much of your time, maybe we can just have a word of prayer from, let me see the one who will pray for us. Yes. I think who is there? Do we have someone here who is above 65 years? Anyone above 65 years? Janet, you're above 65 years? No. Okay. Janet umeongeza. Well, you need to give us tips. Yes, so I'm going to request Dr. Olembo, being our eldest here. But you and Janet, you guys need to see your IDs after this. So I will request Dr. Olembo, you close for us with a word of prayer. Yes. Alan, is the anthem coming up? Imekata. Yes. African Union, yes. Yeah, we love it because it speaks to the agriculture sector. So if you take your time, after this, please Google it and sing along. Okay, no problem. Maybe we can play, and because you are still here, taking photos, eating, we will sing it.
No, it's not okay.
Yeah, it's all right. Is it working? Yes. Yeah. Thank you very much for this honor, and I have already posted my few remarks in our website, in our WhatsApp group, but it's all related to what the prayer is all about. I want to recognize this little girl. I don't understand. Do you sleep, Monica? From day one, and it's all in here. No stumbling. Monica, God bless you. Oh, God bless you. You are worth it all. We thank you so much. Thank you, our leader also, Janet. You've got a very strong personality. That's why all this is happening. The leadership. Yes, we have to recognize it. We want to recognize Rosina, Manei, Irene, and all the staff of Pelham for what you are doing, because this is not a small job. This is continental, and it is recognized high up there. Because if there is anything that is happening rurally, I know that in the AU we have a Department of Rural Economy and Agriculture, but do you feel them? Is here at the grassroots. And so the contribution that you are making to the continent is what AU should be doing, and they should be the one actually supporting you to do these activities that you are doing. But we thank you because you have an umbrella body that we look up to, and we pray that one day they'll be able to recognize this and put it in the annals of the African Union, that Pelham
existed in this continent. Congratulations. So I want to congratulate everybody that has been awarded a certificate or has been awarded, been given an award, because we do know that this has been a race. And if it has been a race, let me just in a few words give credence to someone who ran this similar race and he won. This person was called, he ran in the 1968 Summer Olympics in Mexico City. His name was Ahwari. He competed in the marathon under extremely difficult. During the race, he fell after colliding with another athlete. He badly injured his knee and shoulder, yet he continued running despite intense pain. By the time he entered the Olympic Stadium, the winner, Mama Wolde of Ethiopia, had finished more than an hour earlier. But much of the crowd had already left, and the closing ceremony was nearly over. Still, Ahwari limped around the track and crossed the finishing line. What made him legendary was his response when a journalist asked why he did not stop. My country did not send me 5,000 miles to start the race. They sent me 5,000 miles to do what? To finish. That statement became one of the most powerful expressions of perseverance, commitment, and purpose in the sports industry. When Irene was giving her speech, she said that it was these 3 areas of expertise: perseverance, commitment, and discipline, and purpose of her work. Many people remember Ahwari as a symbol of endurance through suffering, faithfulness to calling, discipline, and courage, and finishing what one starts, even when victory seems impossible. Interestingly, he wasn't an unskilled athlete. Before and after the Olympics, he was a strong marathon runner, an African champion, and a very high competitor. His story is often used in sermons, leadership talks, mentorship, and motivational teachings because it reflects the idea that character is revealed not only in winning, but in enduring hardship with dignity. And there we can now say, I have fought a good fight, I have finished my race. And this is in 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 7. Let us run with perseverance the race that is marked out for us. Hebrews 12:1. Ahwari's story continues to inspire athletes, leaders, mentorship, journey believers, and ordinary people around the world. I want to say that I do not want to make a speech, but in prayer, I want to use these words that are also found in the book of Corinthians. Wait, so now these gadgets are so dependent, but it says, Philippians, I will quote you, in Corinthians chapter 1, 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 24, it says, know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize. So run that he may obtain. It says that Paul is using a race as a picture of Christian life. All run, everyone is in the race of life, not one sitting outside it. One receiveth the prize. In an actual race, only one wins, but in the spiritual race, the goal is not completed, is not competition with others. So run that we may all obtain, live with intention, discipline, and focus, so you don't drift to give up before reaching God's purpose in your lives. Let us pray. Father, you have spoken your word, and we know that we cannot go out from here without the blessings that come from the Holy Scripture. So we want to thank you for these ladies that have worked so hard and who have become the icons in Africa. Nobody runs this race with them. They run, each person runs individually. But we do know, Lord, that your blessing on each one of them is what has caused them to be winners, and especially that we can be able to celebrate them and also eat a cake in their honor. We thank you, Lord, that you can be sovereign and you can lead us through this course because it's a struggle. And you are the one who made woman in your own image. And we said that children nobody comes into this world with a code of life on how to run the rest of life. But each one of us are given mothers. And so we want to thank you for the mothers in this house. We know there are those who are struggling even with the children, coming with them into the meeting, running the race also, Lord, with loaded things on the back, many other endeavors that women are usually involved into, but Lord, you have caused us to come to the winning line. We want to thank you for that because this is your grace, this is your favor. And so I want to pray and thank you for the leadership in Pelham, particularly the board that is led by our sister Janet and Rosina and Monica, and the others that have been given various tasks that they need to run so that Pelham can survive the struggles that they are going to do, that you have given them to. Money is not easy to come, but you have given us people that are willing investors and those who believe in this work, who believe in women. This is why we are able to say that we are blessed. Thank you for the blessings that you have given to us. And we pray even as we go home rejoicing because you said he who goes out. Something that we need to do in our lives, and that is as a seed that you have placed in our hands. But you tell us in the book in your book, in Psalms chapter 128, that those who go out weeping with the seeds to plant, they will always come back rejoicing, bringing in the sheaves. We thank you that all of us are going away with the sheaves in our hands, the blessings that you have given through this hardship journey. But because you have been on our side, Lord, we do know that we have won the race because you have been with us. And so we haven't finished the race, Lord. We are still continuing. And we pray that the thing that you start, Lord, you don't give it out, you don't abandon it on the way. Walk with us. As we depart from this room, those that are going back to their houses, those who are traveling even tomorrow and the day after, Father, we pray that you'll be ahead of everything. Let us reach home rejoicing and praising your name, Lord, because we do know that it is through you that this has been. And those that will be able to participate and attend, let us all one time again come and rejoice that the Lord has done it for us. Because if you don't go with us, Lord, then we do not go from here. Perhaps, Father, you've given them that gift, and that also is a benefit to us. So, Father, be glorified in all this. We praise you for the hospitality that they have given to us. Continue opening the doors that many other activities can take place in this place. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, tumemaliza. Then there's a request from our camera. Those who have t-shirt for AWOLA, please, they won't take a photo with you, eh? Yeah. Hata sisi tuko na zetu. Oh. Yeah, so as they take their, yeah, it's okay, you can play it, but tumemaliza.
Let us all unite and celebrate together the victories won for our liberation. Let us dedicate ourselves to rise together to defend our liberty and unity. All sons and daughters of Africa, flesh of the sun and flesh of the sky, let us make Africa a tree of life. Let us all unite and sing together to uphold the bonds that frame our destiny. Let us dedicate ourselves to fight together for lasting peace and justice on earth. All sons and daughters.
Yeah.